Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In a jaw-dropping twist that has left even the most seasoned Sister Wives viewers speechless, the Brown family's long-simmering financial tensions have exploded into a scandal so big, so bold, and so deeply personal that fans are calling it the ultimate betrayal. And it all centers around a set of leaked bank statements, an $85,000 fund that should have been sacred, and accusations pointing straight at Robyn Brown as the mastermind behind a shocking scam that allegedly drained the money meant for Ysabel's critical scoliosis surgery. For years, viewers have watched the emotional backstory unfold, Christine begging for support, Ysabel in pain, doctors urging surgery, and Kody dismissing it all as if their daughter's suffering was a scheduling inconvenience. But no one could have imagined that behind the scenes, a financial bombshell was quietly ticking, one that now threatens to detonate everything the family once pretended to stand for. The leaked documents, reportedly showing a series of transfers funneled into an account connected to Robyn's online boutique and personal expenses, have sent shockwaves through the fandom, sparking outrage, disbelief, and endless speculation about how long Robyn could keep such a secret and what else might be buried beneath the rubble of this once-idealized plural family facade. Fans are now circling back to the early episodes, replaying every moment where Christine hinted at financial unfairness, every scene where Janelle questioned the missing money, and every quiet, uncomfortable glance from Mary when family finances were mentioned, all in light of this new revelation, a scandal that has taken the narrative from dysfunctional to unfathomable. As the details spill out, the story becomes almost too twisted to believe. According to insiders who claim to have seen the leaked statements firsthand, the fund, money saved through years of sacrifice, contributions from Christine's side of the family, fan donations, and a handful of distributions from TLC's paychecks, was quietly drained over a span of 8 months, with transfers labeled under vague categories like family purchase, inventory expansion, and emergency household need, all while Christine was desperately trying to secure the $85,000 necessary to cover Ysabel's out-of-network surgery. And the timeline is what's sending fans into a fury. These alleged withdrawals line up exactly with the period when Robyn was launching yet another new business venture, upgrading her wardrobe, and mysteriously receiving shipments for boutique inventory that never sold, yet kept arriving at her doorstep in expensive packaging. For years, Robyn has insisted that she was financially drained, overwhelmed by debts brought into the marriage, struggling to keep her children afloat. But now, the whispers are growing louder that this narrative might have been a carefully crafted smokescreen hiding calculated moves that funneled family resources directly into her own household. It's a betrayal so personal that it has pushed even the most loyal Robyn defenders into silence. Adding fuel to the fire is the resurfacing of old footage, Kody telling Christine that Ysabel should wait for surgery, that he couldn't risk COVID exposure, that the timing wasn't right. Fans always suspected something darker beneath his dismissive attitude, but now many are convinced the truth is far more sinister. That Kody may have known the family fund was depleted, that the money simply wasn't there anymore, and rather than admit the financial mismanagement or the alleged theft, he put the blame back onto Christine, acting as if she was overreacting while he hid a secret that could shatter their already crumbling marriage. Christine's emotional breakdowns, her exhaustion, her desperation, all of it now feels like a woman unknowingly fighting a battle she was destined to lose, because the resources she believed were available to her daughter were already gone. Fans who initially thought Kody's refusal to fly to New Jersey for the surgery was cold are now calling it calculated, disgraceful, and proof he prioritized Robyn above his children. The financial documents have sparked a wave of independent investigations among fans, with amateur sleuths combing through public business filings, old bankruptcy records, and social media breadcrumbs that paint a disturbing picture of how often Robyn's ventures required emergency cash infusions. This has revived long-standing allegations from Janelle that family money was being mismanaged, especially when she confessed she was left with nothing after decades of contributing everything to Kody's communal pot. On Reddit, Fans have built timelines showing how Janelle's house dreams, Christine's needs for the kids, and even Mary's last-ditch rental ventures always seem to fall apart right when one of Robyn's business pushes conveniently surged. One chilling theory gaining traction is that Kody created a system where all wives contributed, but only Robyn ever received, with the alleged $85,000 transfer being the most egregious proof yet. Christine, meanwhile, has remained poised publicly, showing gratitude that Ysabel eventually did get the surgery after she made personal sacrifices, borrowed money, and relied on her extended family rather than Kody. But behind the scenes? Sources say she is devastated but not surprised, believing this confirms what she long suspected, that Robyn and Kody were funneling resources away from the other wives long before she left. Her supporters argue that this explains the urgency behind her decision to leave the marriage. She realized she wasn't just emotionally neglected, she was being financially drained while being told to be patient and stay loyal. With the leaked documents now circulating online, Christine's escape from the Brown family looks less like a personal choice and more like a heroic act of self-preservation. And then there's Ysabel, who has become the emotional center of this entire scandal. Fans remember her bravery, her forced maturity, her heartbreaking confession that her dad wasn't there for her. Now, with this new information swirling, the outrage has hit a fever pitch. Viewers feel her pain all over again, knowing the surgery she desperately needed, the surgery that changed her life, should have been supported without hesitation, without excuses, and without financial obstacles. To think that the resources were there, that the money existed, and could have relieved Christine's burden, only to be allegedly siphoned away, is something many fans call beyond forgiveness. The Brown family's silence has only made the scandal grow. Kody has stayed quiet, Robyn has avoided cameras, and TLC insiders hint that an emergency filming session has already taken place because the network sees this as the biggest storyline since the family imploded after the catfishing scandal. Producers reportedly believe this bombshell will dominate the next season, not just because of the financial betrayal but because it strikes at the very heart of what the show is built on. The idea of shared resources, shared love, and shared responsibility. This scandal exposes that the so-called family mission was never equal and perhaps never real. Fans online are demanding accountability, calling for TLC to address the scandal publicly, urging Janelle and Christine to speak out, and begging Mary to confirm what she has long hinted, that the family finances were a disaster intentionally structured to keep the other wives dependent while Robyn's household thrived. Some even speculate that the leaked bank statements came from a family insider who wanted the truth out, someone tired of the lies, tired of watching Robyn play victim while living comfortably off money she allegedly diverted from the other wives' children. What makes this scandal so massive is not just the dollar amount, not just the betrayal, but the emotional context. This wasn't discretionary money. This wasn't vacation cash. This wasn't a business disagreement. This was a medical fund for a teenage girl in pain, a child who trusted her father, who believed her family would be there for her, who deserved better than politics and favoritism. Fans say the scandal is the final nail in the coffin, proving that Kody and Robyn's partnership didn't just emotionally isolate the other wives, it financially exploited them. Now, as the dust settles and more details trickle out, one thing is clear. This scandal has permanently changed how viewers see the Brown family. The leaked $85,000 isn't just a number, it's a symbol of everything that went wrong behind closed doors, everything viewers suspected but couldn't prove, everything Christine hinted at while viewers accused her of exaggerating. The ultimate betrayal wasn't just that the fund was allegedly stolen, it's that the family allowed Ysabel to suffer while pretending they were helpless. And with the leaks still spreading and more documents rumored to exist, the truth may only be beginning to surface. As the scandal gains momentum, more insiders are coming forward with stories that paint an even darker picture of what may have been happening behind the scenes during the years the Brown family pretended to maintain unity. One anonymous source, allegedly someone who worked closely with the family during their Vegas years, claims this isn't the first time money earmarked for the children was mysteriously redirected. According to this insider, There were earlier moments when funds meant for school fees, medical copays, and even holiday expenses somehow ended up in Robyn's column. The source insists that the favoritism was not just emotional, but financial, and that many arguments which never made it to air were centered around Kody refusing to hold Robyn accountable when money went missing. Fans now believe that what they witnessed publicly, Christine's exhaustion, Janelle's financial stress, Mary's quiet resentment, was only the tip of a much larger iceberg that TLC avoided showing in order to protect the image of the family's original mission. Even more troubling is the claim that the $85,000 wasn't just casually taken, it was allegedly systematically drained, as if someone deliberately ensured the fund would be empty by the time Christine asked for it. Some reports claim Robyn insisted she needed the money to keep her household afloat, while others say she used it to pay off old debts from before she joined the family, debts she had always implied Kody would help her resolve once they married. Fans are now connecting this to Kody's longtime obsession with merging all finances into a single legal entity under his control, something the other wives always resisted. Many now believe his real motivation wasn't unity but oversight. He wanted complete control so he could manage, direct, and reallocate funds however he pleased, especially toward Robyn's needs. The leaked statements, then, aren't just evidence of Robyn's alleged involvement. They are a direct reflection of Kody's willingness to prioritize one wife at the expense of the others, even when it meant endangering the health and well-being of his own daughter. The internet is now flooded with petitions demanding TLC confront the scandal on air, with thousands of fans calling for a special episode, an official statement, or even an investigative segment addressing the leaked financial documents. The public outcry is so intense that some believe the network may be forced to break its silence sooner than expected. Meanwhile, Christine and Janelle continue to act gracefully in public, posting about their new lives while fans flock to their pages with words of support, sympathy, and outrage on their behalf. Many say they hope the truth will empower the women even further, pushing them to share the full story without censorship, without fear, and without protecting the people who betrayed them. And as the story spreads across social media and entertainment news outlets, one reality becomes impossible to ignore. This scandal is not going away, and every new revelation only underscores how deep the fractures in the Brown family truly run.